now.
You are about to hear the most interesting, informative, thought-provoking, and funny show in America. On air and on the World Wide Web. This is the Rob Carson Show.
And by the grace of God, it is finally Friday.
Reports say Iran's new supreme leader hasn't been seen in days, so they're making do with a cardboard replica. Do not laugh. We did the same thing for 4 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes we all need a hero.
Cardboard Ayatollah.
So true and holy. Recycle only.
Flat as a pancake.
Right now we all need a leader. You're gonna change the game, just stay out the rain. Cardboard Ayatollah, you are my king, I am your soldier. And I can be anything you want me to be. Cardboard Ayatollah, you could fit right in my folder. And we'll never stop until Iran's not free. Cause there's a cardboard Ayatollah deep in me.
Yeah, we put a missile in his Ayatollah. Apparently the Ayatollah is he's injured and disfigured. I'm not sure how you know on the second thing there, but anyway, the Ayatollah has been injured and disfigured. You know what? I got to pay attention to my doctor because my doctor told me the other day, because he's an Iranian, you see, Persian, if you will, and he said, yeah, all my friends in Iran are saying that he is in a coma. So there you go. That's the good news for today. You know, we got a lot of other news today we're going to get to. Also, the unusual suspects we always have on Friday, which is Tony Kinnett from the Daily Signal at the bottom of the hour. Mary Walter next hour. I got a story you're not going to believe. Happened to be last night at a restaurant. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it later. If you want a sneak peek, you can look at my social media. It was bizarre. It was just bizarre. But, you know, it's kind of weird. All of a sudden, Democrat Party's having a come to Jesus moment on funding the DHS. They voted against it yesterday.
Sure, and that's a very important distinction. So, number one, let's be clear. Why have we held up the Department of Homeland Security budget? Because it has to be a change.
Now, that is Senator Alex Padilla, who's a radical nutbag, and he's all of a sudden saying, hey, maybe we need to fund the DHS after those 2 terrorist attacks yesterday, and then the one a couple days ago, then the guy who threw the bombs in New York City. And, of course, there's also the mile-long lines for security at airports, by the way, and apparently Democrats getting all butthurt about that because they got to stand in line too. Here is Elise Slotkin today.
One of DHS folks, CBP, and so they are on the call and they are doing their jobs. Certainly, we need to fund the Department of Homeland Security.
Well, that's not what you said yesterday.
And we need, in my view, to cut away all the conversation on ICE, which is its own conversation, from all the core missions of the Department of Homeland Security. But they're essential. They're on the job. They're working today.
There you go. That is Elise Slotkin suddenly, oh, yeah, maybe we're, you know what it was? It was Democrats saying, holy crap, we're going to get blamed for this. You know, because they normally use fatalities as ammunition. That's what they like. But everybody knows that the Democrat Party is part of this DHS defunding. They understand it, and they're taking it in the shorts, by the way. Just like the Ayatollah. By the way, he apparently has lost a leg. So he might have to change his name to Eileen. There you go. That's an old joke. Yeah, his the Iran's new impotent supreme leader, who's made of cardboard from the neck down, released the first statement after reports he's in a coma and had a leg amputated. How does he do a statement from being in a coma? It's weird. He must have ESP or something. Anyway, Iran Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei released his first statement Thursday, vowing to use the lever of closing the Straits of Hormuz to international energy shipping, and reports circulate that he was in a coma with his leg amputated. But still a great speaker, apparently. No explanation was given why the 56-year-old did not appear in the flesh. Well, I know you kind of put it in the headline there. He's in a coma with a leg severed. So that, I guess that's probably the excuse why he didn't appear in person. Who writes this crap? Anyway, Experts suggesting the message was a sign that Khamenei is a little more than a figurehead. Shut the front door. And the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps remains the real center of power, although quite flaccid these days. I assure everyone that we will not refrain from avenging the blood of our martyrs. The Supreme Lord, the retaliation we have in mind is limited only to the martyrdom of the great leader of the revolution, Ayatollah Khamenei. You know, isn't that kind of funny that their entire military strategy is them getting killed? You know, I mean, remember when George Patton said that? He says, you know, I'm not going to die. I'm going to let those sons of bees die, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But when it comes to the Ayatollah and the Iranian whatever guard, that's how they win. They die. Not the winningest strategy. I'm just saying. Our sincere thanks to our brave fighters at the time when our nation, his beloved homeland, has been unjustly attacked by the leaders of the Front of Arrogance. Oh my God, you people are arrogant. Having blocked the enemy's path with their powerful blows and dispelled their illusion of being able to dominate our beloved country and possibly divide it. I sound more like Count Chocula than the Ahmadinejad Khamenei. But, you know, I don't do that accent very well. I'm not Persian, but he's not Persian either. Khamenei, who specifically noted avenging those killed in the strike on the Sharia Jabba Elementary School, which, by the way, was please. He said that they wanted to obtain compensation, like Tim Waltz compensation for all the ICE agents up there, and the businesses closing, you know, like the restaurants that didn't serve any meals to the hungry kids. So they want compensation. I think that story's about as real as the hospital bombing after October the 7th. It was all made up. Netanyahu says he wouldn't take out any life insurance. The Ayatollah shouldn't take out life insurance. He's going to be flat as that cardboard cutout of himself. I mean, how bad was that? How stupid was that? Remember when COVID happened and they were putting like cardboard cutouts of people in the stands because they were empty? How stupid that was. This is even more dumb. They took an old refrigerator box. I think somebody was living in it or something, and they pasted his face on it and stood him there like they don't sell those at Spencer's Gifts or something. Can't you get a standing cutout of the Ayatollah over there? For God's sake, you can get a Bill Clinton over here. You can get a Donald Trump cutout pretty. Just go to Spencer's. It's right there. It's past the posters and the adult toys. It's right there in the back of the mall. It's right there. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he wouldn't take out any life insurance if he were Iran's new supreme leader. When asked about the fate of the two leaders during his press conference as the war entered its 13th day, we are crushing the terror regime in Iran. We are striking, defeating its proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon. Hezbollah is feeling our force, and it will feel it even more. It will pay a very heavy price for the aggression. By the way, in Lebanon, the Lebanese are kicking Hezbollah out. They're done with them. That's kind of a big deal. They really are. In Lebanon, Beirut, they're like, we are not letting Beirut become, what Beirut was. It's not going to become Gaza. So they're going after Hezbollah. So there you go. There's some of the good news of the day. Obviously, we had 2 terror attacks yesterday. Here is Donald Trump talking about attack on a Jewish synagogue, which fortunately was unsuccessful, did not take any lives.
Before we begin, I want to send our love to the Michigan Jewish community and all of the people in Detroit area following the attack on the Jewish synagogue.
What about Dearborn? How about all those radical Islamists up there in Dearborn?
Early today, and I've been fully briefed, and it's a terrible thing, but it goes on. We're going to be right down to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen.
Yeah, it is remarkable, but it's been going on forever. Michigan synagogue attacker identified as Ayman Mohammed Ghazali. Sure sounds Islamic, don't he? Immigrant from Lebanon. He entered the U.S. 2011 on an IR-1 immigrant visa as a spouse of a U.S. citizen. Was he married to his sister like Ilhan Omar? Then was naturalized and granted citizenship in 2016. It's time to denaturalize. It's time to denaturalize these people and get them the hell out of the country. I mean it 100%. I think everyone who has come from a Middle Eastern terror enclave should get a little exam and decide whether or not you want to be here, you want to assimilate the culture, or you want to build a mosque and talk about Allahu Akbar and want to take over the country with Sharia law. If that's the case, bye-bye. GTFO. There you go. GTFO. See you later. See you later. Then, of course, there was a shooting at Old Dominion University. One fatality in that. And oddly enough, another Islamic attack.
It was an act of terrorism. I can tell you that we have confirmed reports that prior to him conducting this act of terrorism, he shouted or stated Allah Akbar, and he was formerly a subject of a FBI investigation in material supporting terrorism.
Yeah, and he was let out of prison early by Joe Biden. He was let out of prison early, even though he was a terrorist, and he wasn't deported after that either. Isn't that kind of interesting? Here's something kind of fun that'll put a smile on your face. The guy who did the Dominion attack, Mohammed Balar Jallow, was rendered no longer living by several ROTC students.
How was he deceased?
There were students who were in that room that subdued him and rendered him no longer alive.
Yeah, rendered him no longer alive. Oh my God, rendered him no longer alive.
How else to say it, but they basically
they beat him to death.
Were able to terminate the threat.
Terminated.
So he was not shot.
He was not shot.
Yeah.
He shot 3 people.
Correct. We have information that he shot 3 people.
They beat the crap out of him. They beat the crap out of him, and he was rendered no longer alive. Wow. So anyway, we've got a lot of stuff on the show today. More news on these 2 attacks yesterday, and all of a sudden, the Democrats, maybe we ought to refund that DHS thing. That's coming up, and this, my friends, is a Friday edition of the Rob Carson Show. Don't go anywhere.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text RULE to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of
It is a Friday edition of the Rob Carson Show. Hello, welcome to it. By the way, my TV show, Rob Carson's What in the World, is going to run twice this weekend. Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, by the way. And then Sunday night at 8:30 following Dr. Michael Savage show. And there's a reason why it's on Sunday night after the Dr. Michael Savage show. It's because Michael Savage loves my show. I know it sounds kind of weird, kind of crazy, but he loves my TV show. And Donald Trump loves my TV show. So Saturday at 3, Sunday night at 8:30 on Newsmax. Get a Newsmax Plus membership. Download the Newsmax app. I think $3.49 on DirecTV. It's on YouTube TV. I get YouTube TV. I watch Newsmax on YouTube TV. So there you go. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Victim of the terrorist attack at Old Dominion has been identified, and I pray that we will all remember Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw, professor of military science at the university's ROTC program, veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Atlantic Resolve. His awards included 2 Bronze Stars, Senior Army Aviator Badge, Combat Action Badge, Parachutist Badge, Air Assault Badge, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Meritorious Service Medal, Air Medal with Valor, Joint Service Commendation Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and the Joint Service Achievement Medal. God bless him. God bless him. Michigan synagogue attacker, Ayman Mohammed, immigrant from Lebanon, by the way. All right, then the Old Dominion terrorist, former Army National Guard member, spent 8 years in prison for attempting to aid the Islamic State. Opened fire on a classroom at Old Dominion on Thursday before ROTC students beat him to death. Yay, that should happen to all. Should have happened to those New York bombers. Should have just beat him to death right there. He yelled Allahu Akbar. Dominique Evans, special agent in charge of FBI's Norwalk field office, said at a news conference that our Reserve Officers Training Corps students showed extreme bravery and courage. They took him down with their bare hands and beat him to death, which should happen to all these terrorists. You got the bombers in New York. You got the club shooter down in Texas and Austin. What do they all have in common?
Interesting too, Jesse, if you'll pardon me for adding. The Austin shooter, I saw this from Will Kane, our colleague. Austin shooter, naturalized citizen. Old Dominion shooter, naturalized citizen. The New York teen bombers, children of naturalized, that is, citizens. And the Michigan synagogue attack, again, a naturalized citizen. It caused a question, who we're letting into this country, clearly.
I see a pattern. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a pattern there. These are naturalized citizens that need to be denaturalized. Like Ilhan Omar needs to have her citizenship stripped and be sent back to Somalia. Not for terrorism, just for all the, all the theft and everything. So there you go. There's that. So Jim Clyburn now. Oh, he's all of a sudden saying, "Hey, maybe we ought to fund the DHS." He said this either this morning or late last night after voting to defund it yesterday.
And I can tell you, it's not convenient trying to get through airports today. I just told you, I just came in from Chicago last night.
Shut up! Really? We've only noticed that for about the last 4 weeks.
And the line was long. I went to the airport 3 hours early in order to get here. So we need to do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about time. But, the Democrat Party, like I said, they love a body count, whether it be financial or physical, to make whatever stupid point they're making, and it is kind of pointless. Here is John Fetterman talking about the shutdown, and, their goal was shutting down ICE because they want to keep illegals here in the country voting for Democrats. Duh. I mean, come on. Duh. They've admitted it so much this week. Chuck Schumer admitted that ICE is going to take, by deporting people, millions of people off the voter rolls. Duh. Democrats are terrified of ICE agents being near voting polls. They don't want them going to hospitals. They don't want them going to schools. They don't want them going to churches. Got that? Why don't they want them going into polling places? Well, let's see. People go to the hospital because they're sick. People go to the school because their kids are in school. People go to church because they, want to go talk to God and everything. Why do people go to the polls? I don't know. Why do people go to the polls? Yeah, duh, it's to vote. Here's John Fetterman.
But we can all have to acknowledge that this shutdown had no impact, zero impact on ICE. All of the funding was already in place there from the big, beautiful bill.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it. What a pointless, stupid thing to do. And now we got a body count because of you idiots. Is there a direct correlation to no DH funding? I don't know. I don't know if any of these cases had anything to do with DHS or they could have stopped them or whatever. But at the same time, kind of stupid when you've had 4 terror attacks in the last 3 weeks involving radical Islamists who came from abroad and got citizenship here. Although a couple of them were the kids of some citizens who came from Afghanistan. They sounded like good people, but their kids were friggin' nuts and went overseas and got all sorts of radicalized over there. This is James Galliano talking about the suicidal empathy of the people committing these attacks.
Should have gone to jail for 20 years, Lawrence, and I believed it somewhere in the neighborhood.
Talking about the guy who he went in to shoot up Old Dominion and was beaten to death. Should have stayed in jail for many, many years, but was released by Joe Biden.
Neighborhood of 132 months. And again, it goes back to that suicidal empathy. The judge here decided that somebody that was tried and convicted of providing material support to ISIS deserved a second chance. And this was his second chance. We are going to see more ISIS-related and inspired attacks. And why is that? Well, propaganda and attention is the coin of the realm in the terror business. And ISIS doesn't want Hamas and Hezbollah getting all the attention. So I think now more than ever, we need to pay attention to these potential lone wolf attacks.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's Jake Tapper, who had no clue that Joe Biden had dementia for years, even though we all knew he had dementia. And now he says he can't figure out the motive for attacking all the Jews.
We're seeing the real-life consequences to the elevation and platforming and legitimizing of anti-Semitic voices. To be crystal clear, we do not know the motivations of the attacker, this would-be mass murderer of Jews. We don't know their political views. But the Overton window.
The motive of the attacker was killing Jews. You just said it.
The measure of acceptable discourse has opened to some of the most hateful anti-Semitic voices out there on the left and the right.
Okay, next year, he's going to come out with a new book on just discovering the sky is actually blue when there are no clouds. So I'm looking forward to that, an entire book on it. Unbelievable. My God, these people. Tony Kinnett, investigative columnist, awesome host, by the way. Daily Signal joins us next. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, it's Carson from Birch Gold. Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces of gold would be worth about $165,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why you need to consider buying gold from my friends at Birch Gold. For thousands of years, gold has been a store of wealth, and today it's a crucial part of any balanced strategy. Even better, Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered retirement account in gold. County.
Tony's on.
All right.
Between Muslims in the West, Muslims and the people of the Jewish faith, in large part because of what's happening in Iran. And you have to wonder about the connectedness. You have to wonder about the ways in which this environment further radicalizes people. And you have to wonder fundamentally about the degree to which this White House, which has been caught completely flat-footed on a war of choice, really has the personnel in place and actually the interest in keeping Americans safe. Because thus far, the data that we've been given, whether it's the Pentagon downplaying the brutality of the attack that killed the 6 American service members in Kuwait, whether it is the president wearing a baseball cap to a dignified transfer, whether it is the way in which he talks about the collateral damage of war, it doesn't give you a sense that the safety and...
Oh, my God, shut up, MS Now. Dear God, shut up now, MS Now. So now they're going to blame, the Operation Epic Fury has been around for 12, 13 days, and it is inspiring these terrorist attacks that we've never seen before. Oh, no, they've been happening like for the last 40 friggin' years. No, 50 years, to the tune of like 50,000 of them, with a body count of Americans. I swear to God, oh, my God, Tony Kinnett, investigative journalist, columnist, entertainer, awesome dude, Daily Signal. How are you, man?
I got to tell you, I've reached my limit with the pluralism, the nonsense. I am of the opinion that if you are an immigrant, you have naturalized, or you're here on a visa, and you're a Muslim, gone, deported. Don't care. Don't care. I'm done because I'm still looking for a single Muslim immigrant in office. One, if you can find me one, I will retract this. Who has not been whitewashing the 4 Islamic terror incidents to justify them, just like that MS Now report, in the last 2 weeks.
Unbelievable. You know, I was doing a little. I got a lot of audio in my computer here that I save up. And let me give you a little montage because I don't know if you knew this, Tony. Did you know that this is not the first? Last 3 weeks is not the first time that terrorists have struck America and around the world. Did you know that? In the name of Islam?
Well, I'm told history started yesterday.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and rewind here real quick.
The terrorists who bombed the U.S. Embassy and international peacekeepers barracks in Beirut, killing 370 and injuring 270, are the same terrorists who have fired rockets into Israel for the last 11 months.
Wow.
The terrorists who bombed the Israeli embassy and Jewish community center in Buenos Aires, killing 115 and injuring over 540, are the same terrorists who have burned down Israeli towns for the last 11 months. The terrorists who bombed U.S. Air Force housing in Saudi Arabia, killing 19 and injuring 498, are the same terrorists who have displaced over 60,000 Israelis from their homes for the last 11 months. The terrorists who kidnapped and killed IDF soldiers 2 decades ago are the same terrorists who are planning an October 7th style invasion of Israel called Conquer the Galilee today.
Yeah, it is weird. I had no idea, I had no clue that radical Islamists were committing acts of terror. It happened before the last 3 weeks, dude. Crazy, right?
Gee, I cannot possibly believe that the crews who were chanting "Death to America" in Dearborn, Michigan, might actually be doing exactly that yet again. Oh man, the shock, the surprise.
I know.
My goodness.
I know. Well, thank goodness I played that. Now you know. So did you hear that the Democrats are all of a sudden wanting to fund DHS after voting against it yesterday?
Oh, yeah, all 3 of them. You've got Fetterman still. But this is the political suicide that is going to kill them this year. We said it was coming.
But at least Slotkin
couldn't hold on to it.
At least Slotkin said it this morning, and I think there were a couple of others who've said, we need to refund DHS. I think they've really, yesterday bit him in the rear end like you wouldn't believe. And I said, and I heard this great expression, by the way, you can use it if you like to. For Democrats, casualties are their ammunition. But in this, isn't it right? Whether it be economic or actual physical casualties, like Good and what's his name up there in Minneapolis, the physical, and then of course economic. People who lose their jobs, who DHS agents who don't get paid, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So casualties are their ammunition, but I think they shot their wad yesterday.
I'll say this also. There's a weird contingent of pseudo-Catholic allies to this particular crew who are running around suggesting that actually the real culprit here is the Jews. And I'll tell you what, you could go ahead and throw those fools in the same. Again, they're not actually Catholic. They're not. They use the name of Christ as a bat to hit others with in a way that Christ literally rebuked Peter for doing.
I'm going to tell you right now, Catholics are the most pro-Jewish faith in the world, and if you are an anti-Jewish Catholic, you should be drummed out of the damn church. I've been Catholic since the day I was born. That is bullcrap.
Yeah, so I can't comment that far because I'm not Catholic.
That's
so
okay.
As the Indy Fundy Baptist, I'm usually called a Jew more than anything else. So, but those particular points aside, I think that it's wild to see right now a Democrat Party that had a little bit of political momentum. Now, it wasn't really stable, but it was undeniably a half cupful, a spoonful of sugar of political momentum.
Yeah.
And they threw it in the trash over one of the most bizarre lessons they should have learned. How many times in the montage, again, that you just played, have we not learned this lesson? I'm dumbstruck
I know.
by how irresponsible that is politically.
Well, they didn't learn a thing from 2024. They've gone left. It's kind of funny today. I saw somebody, they saying, oh, yeah, the Democrats are going to win both houses of Congress. And really, what the hell has Democrats done? Not a thing but be counter Donald Trump and whizzing on the military conflict on day one, saying that it was a disaster. On day one, Chris Murphy said it was a disaster right after we vaporized the Ayatollah in 5 seconds. This is how this is the bed they have decided to lie in, bro. I've never seen anything like this before.
And the IRGC, who was not in communication or contact with Mujtaba Khomeini, his son.
Ooh, nice job.
Appointed this man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought you'd like to.
Dude, I just call him Muktama Habalabadabadaba. That's what I call him.
Yeah. So anyway, avocado mudaba, the new
Yabba dabba dooba. Yeah.
With extra sour cream. Yeah. Well, when he was in a coma with his leg blown off, according to the New Daily Mail report, the IRGC was not in contact with him, forced the Council of Experts to appoint him anyway. So there's really good evidence right now that Joe Biden is just as much the new supreme leader as this Mujtaba Khomeini guy.
Here's the deal. You know that cardboard cutout? That was actually him. That was what he looks like now. He's flat as a...
Oh, may he rest in peace.
All right, so we got more. Oh, brother, we got more on the other side of the break. Tony Kinnett, Daily Signal, by the way, on Twitter at the Tonus, Tonus is what it is. More on that on the other side of the break. This is the Rob Carson Show. WCVM. Here we go.
We're seeing the real-life consequences to the elevation and platforming and legitimizing of anti-Semitic voices. To be crystal clear, we do not know the motivations of the attacker, this would-be mass murderer of Jews. We don't know their political views.
Okay, I'm going to hear this again.
We're seeing the real-life consequences to the elevation and platforming and legitimizing of anti-Semitic voices. To be crystal clear, we do not know the motivations of the attacker, this would-be mass murderer of Jews.
Okay, so we see the rise of anti-Semitism, but we don't know why this guy killed the Jews. That's Jake Tapper, Tony Kinnett. That's Jake Tapper, the guy who didn't know that Joe Biden had dementia until he hosted the debate.
I'm going to level with you here. Last 3 years,
yes,
and we've had this conversation in your living room specifically.
Yes.
We have enjoyed, and a lot of people who have tuned into our shows. We're very grateful for them. We're very thankful for them around the country who've tuned in to hear Rob Carson, hear Tony Kinnett, and it's bewildered me because, and I'm not trying to be modest. There's ain't nothing special about me. I mean, I'm sarcastic. I grew up on Whose Line Is It Anyway? The U.S. one, the good one before the weird new host.
Yeah.
And that kind of snippy clip, quick wit, that kind of thing. The reason that we continue to grow is in part because those who have come before me and those who have ruled the nighttime roosts for so long are just garbage.
Oh my God.
Garbage. Have you ever, do you remember the first time that you switched from eating like a bad microwaved food to like the real deal? And you're like,
I know.
Whoa.
I know. When you move from Chef Boyardee ravioli to actually going to an Italian restaurant and having them make it for you.
Che bellissimo.
Oh, did you hear about this? 94% of late night has been against our military and Operation Epic Fury. A little montage, if you will.
After launching yet another illegal war in the Middle East that could destabilize the region and put American troops in harm's way, Trump has been spending his time doing what all presidents do during wars, taking calls from reporters.
Just after midnight, the Pentagon launched what they are calling Operation Epic Fury, which is different from its original title, which was Operation Epstino Distracto.
This military mission has been dubbed Operation Epic Fury. Fun fact, Epic Fury is an anagram for Forget Epstein.
So far, you've hit nuclear facilities, missile defenses. What do you want to destroy the most?
The Epstein files.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
My God. As someone who's written a great deal of political satire, including much of the great Rush Limbaugh, Talent on Loan from Gods, you have to have truth in your satire, otherwise it's crap. So none of that was funny, and none of it was based on any fact whatsoever. 5 people, including Ghislaine Maxwell herself, has said Donald Trump had nothing to do with it. Donald Trump called the cops on the guy in 2006, and they're trying that crap, Tony.
Well, again, there's no evidence, there's no joke, there's no wit.
No.
Satire requires a good amount of wit. I run a large satire account. We make these kind of jokes.
And truth.
All the time. And so now, when I'm watching this, when I'm listening to these goobers go through their little monologues, the only thing that's popping into my head are the number of FCC-approved slurs for a homosexual that I can call these guys on the air. And the list is a little short for my taste.
You want to? I'm going to play something that's going to make your head explode. Are you ready? Do you have some duct tape nearby? Maybe a bike helmet? Borrow your kid's bike helmet. Will it fit on your head? I don't think so. Anyway, this is Keith Boykin blaming us for 9/11 25 years later, and Scott Jennings calling him out. Now, I weaved and retrieved the words of Keith Boykin so you can hear him actually say it, even though he denied it right after saying, here it is.
That there will be some sort of long-term consequences that we may not see in the next few weeks or months or years, but may come some decades later, just as we saw. And the same thing happened when we saw 9/11. That was because of the United States involvement in the first Gulf War and had a long-term effect.
The US
I'm not blaming the United States. I'm saying that well, let me finish. I'm saying that when we take actions across the world, that there are consequences that we don't anticipate that can happen years later. And so when we wonder why people are coming after us and attacking us, because maybe because we're attacking them.
I just want to go back to 9/11 for a second. The idea that the United States had it coming.
Never said that.
is
Never
insane.
said it. Don't put words in my mouth.
You
Just
did.
no, no, no,
You
just
literally
no.
insulted.
Never said
You
that.
literally
Let's have a no conversation. Let's have a no conversation.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm not going to allow you to sit here and lie about what I just said.
We did something and that caused it.
Scott, I don't even know why you're.
I mean, we're going to roll the tape later.
And the same thing happened when we saw 9/11. That was because of the United States involvement in the first Gulf War.
Oh my God! Tony, how can you do that? This is like a conversation with Joe Biden. He said something, he doesn't remember at the end of the sentence what he just said. I mean, it is so utterly, utterly ridiculous. They're blaming us for 9/11 25 years later.
This is one of my favorite arguments because it pretends that only the United States has agency, and it really is deeply insulting because so the common trope being said here is the exact same thing as the voter ID thing. They're suggesting that Arab people, that Muslim people are so stupid that they can't help but be goaded into long, huge terror attacks.
Yes.
Like, don't antagonize the monkeys at the zoo. They'll attack you. It's such an insulting and disgusting proposition.
I know.
And they run with it.
I know. You know, it was an interesting thing this week. Jasmine Crockett, who, it's just a shame that Jerry Springer is dead because I would love to see her back on the panels. I really miss her there.
See, I'd love to see him hit her with a chair. So that's true.
Yes, but she admitted, are you ready for this? She admitted that requiring voter ID for mail-in voting caused a decline in Democrat votes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they said that women and black people across the board, Republican or Democrat, can't get their ID to vote. So shouldn't it have gone down for both? But no, it only went down for Democrats. Why is that? Because the only people who don't have ID to vote are illegals. Ta-da!
I mean, we ended up running her saying that as well on the show this week.
Did you?
Because I loved every bit of it. Oh, of course. Well, how could you not enjoy watching Democrats admit, hey, when we don't have people running around neighborhoods and filling out ballots from the mailboxes, gee, there's a lot fewer people that come out to vote for me. It seems it was all fake Instagram hype.
And then Hakeem Jeffries said that they want to keep ICE away from hospitals, schools, and churches and polling places. Now, people go to the hospital because they're sick. People go to the school to take their kids. People go to church to worship God. What do people go to polling places for?
Oh, let me scratch my chinny chin here and think about that one real deeply. Is it A, to vote, Steve?
You are right. Ding, 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 ding. You had a year's supply of rice roni, the San Francisco treat. And some Lee press-on nails.
Oh, my God. It's just too easy.
I know, bro.
Easy for us.
I know, bro. All right, we got to run. I hate to say this. We got to do this for a longer amount of time. We got to do an extended podcast, bro, because you are absolutely the best. Tony Kinnett, where can everybody hear your glorious program and read all your material and all that?
Well, I've got a new op-ed line over at the Daily Wire
Good.
that you should check out.
I will.
But in the meantime, youtube.com/Daily Signal. Tonight's show is going to be a doozy.
I can't wait, bro. I'll be watching. What time's it start, man?
7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern. All right, Tony Kinnett, God bless you, brother. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you, man. Let's take a break and come back. This is the Rob Carson Show. That's good stuff, right? That's good stuff, right? Oh, my God. Tony and I are just brothers from another mother. He's half my age. He and I are just frickin' bros, man. We are frickin' bros. It is just fun. Oh, God. He's so goddamn funny. He's just so damn funny. All right, I got something here I'm going to do. All right. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, guys. I had to do something here. It is a Rob Carson Show, Friday edition. Thank you very much. Sorry I missed you just now, streamers. I had to get something ready here for the radio program because, you know, I'm on radio across the country and all that stuff. So, real quick. Price of gold, by the way, it's down a little bit. Awesome. Huh, really? Yeah, of course. Because you know why? You know why you're going to buy gold? You ain't going to buy gold today and then sell it tomorrow unless it goes up $1,000 an ounce in a day, honestly. So, $5,048. $5,048 is the price of gold today. That's perfect for you because right now you need to text my name Rob to 989898, Rob to 989898 for Birch Gold because you know, sometimes the door opens, sometimes the door closes. Right now the door is open and Birch Gold is saying, "Come on in and sit a spill." So, just text my name, Rob, to 989898. Birch Gold is a company that I trust because they have my money and I don't have a lot of money. And so I want to make sure that my money is taken care of. So, Birch Gold, text my name, Rob, to 989898. You're just going to get information. You're not going to get hassled. You're not going to be pressured. None of that. But if you've been thinking about gold, and I know you have, now's the time to do it. How's that sound? Something brand new from Jim Gossett about, you know, the Democrat Party letting in all these illegals. And a lot of them just happen to be terrorists, by the way. Who would have seen that coming, huh? Oh, yeah, us.
Setting up a terrorist cell is an easy thing to do. 'Cause Obama and Biden made sure that we got through.
Just let them all in.
Democrats have helped us out.
You screwed the pooch, Democrats. It's all on you.
They won't fund the DHS, so nobody knows our name.
Oh, come on right in there.
Or the land from which we came.
You're from Syria? Well, come on in.
Terror cells are thriving.
Gaza?
Thanks to Democrats.
With Hamas? Come on in.
We're in hiding because nobody knows our name.
Oh, I thought you said Hamas. It's Hamas. What is that?
Thanks a lot, Chuck Schumer. Thanks to you, Hakeem. You have proved that you two have no shame.
There you go. So the terrorists were let in, and it's Donald Trump's fault because he's wiping out the terrorists and taking down Iran after 47 years of terror. Honestly, I love the fact that the Democrat Party is so bloody, stinking, clueless, corrupt, and on the wrong side of history. It's just kind of great. Unfortunately, all of the crap you did by opening the southern border to 20 million illegals, unvetted for, among other things, terrorist ties, criminality, disease, etc., now we're reaping what you sowed, and we told you why it was while it was happening in real time. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to take a break and come back. Mary Walter joins us the next hour. Also, some shenanigans happening in Michigan as well as counterfeit ballots in Arizona. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff on this Friday edition of the Rob Carson Show. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, it's Carson. I just got a ghost bed. Yeah, no, pay attention here because I've been sleeping on a foam mattress since I moved to the Washington, D.C. area, which is like sleeping on the sponge in your sink. Ghost Bed doesn't build mattresses like furniture. They build engineered sleep systems. Their beds are serious health equipment. Beds designed for relief and recovery, not looks, not fluff. Your body should be healing while you sleep, not fighting for comfort. I have been sleeping past 7 in the morning on my Ghost Bed. It's unbelievable. If you wake up stiff, you toss and turn, if you sleep hot, even reaching for a pain reliever before bed, hoping tonight will be different, that's not aging. It's your mattress talking. Another great thing I love about Ghost Bed, you get 101 nights to try it at home. If you don't like the difference, you can send it back risk-free. Ghost Bed is offering my audience their lowest prices of the season, plus an extra 10% off. Go to ghostbed.com/Carson. Use promo code Carson. That's ghostbed.com/Carson. Promo code Carson. You are going to love your new Ghost Bed. Every day for 20 years, I devoted myself to making sure my wife and kids were well-dressed and ready to face the world. Meanwhile, Dad over here wore T-shirts and jeans. Now I've discovered Quince. Quince has everyday essentials I love with quality that lasts, like linen bottoms and shorts, Pima cotton, European jersey linen. You're not just paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing, and I look good. Their clothing is rated between 4.5 and 5 stars by thousands of people wearing it every day. Linen shorts are a go-to. They don't wrinkle when they're not cheap. The clothes I wear look expensive but aren't. When I go out in the evening, and I do now, I'm actually turning heads. It's nice to feel good and look good. Quince does that for me at a price I can afford. Right now, go to quince.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last and don't look good. Go to QUINCE.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Newsmax.
You are about to hear the most interesting, informative, thought-provoking, and funny show in America. On air and on the World Wide Web. This is the Rob Carson Show.
And by the grace of God, it is finally Friday. Welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. At the bottom of the hour, we have got the great Mary Walter. I got some stories for her. And one of them is a personal story that happened to me last night. It was, this is going to sound, it involves a superpower that I have. Okay? You're thinking, ladies, super good looking? No, that's just a gimme. I was just born with that, you know. There was no radioactive exposure or anything. This is the way it is. This is the way it is. Sorry. You know, super great sense of humor. Yeah, I know. Obviously, it's a power that most don't have. It's another thing. It's another thing. So I'm going to share that with you at the bottom of the hour. So we had 2 terror attacks yesterday, one at a synagogue, which was not successful, one at Old Dominion University, all of them involved. What kind of person?
Interesting, too, Jesse, if you'll pardon me for adding. The Austin shooter, I saw this from Will Kane, our colleague. Austin shooter, naturalized citizen. Old Dominion shooter, naturalized citizen. Yeah. The New York teen bombers, children of naturalized, that is, citizens. And the Michigan synagogue attack, again, a naturalized citizen. It caused a question, who we're letting into this country, clearly.
Yeah, you got to kind of wonder. And remember when Donald Trump said during his first term that he didn't want to, he called some countries S-hole countries because they are. And then he also said, hey, maybe we ought to not bring in people from, countries that espouse terrorism. He was called some sort of an Islamophobe or whatever. What is it when you're an Islamist terrorist and you hate America. Are you an Ameriphobe? Is that what you are? But there's going to have to be an exam of the people who've come to this country and whether they want to assimilate to this country like so many have in the past to become a part of the American dream, or if they hate America and want to turn it over and make it become Marxist, communist, or Islamist, Sharia law, and all that. And if the latter are true, GTFO. Honestly. Then there's a story out of Northern Virginia. 41-year-old woman was murdered at a bus stop. Same thing happened in Charlotte, North Carolina with a young woman. And listen to Nick Minock of ABC7. Same kind of storyline here. And, of course, the same people involved. Liberals, county prosecutors, George Soros prosecutors, letting them out so they can murder.
You may have seen 7 News' reporting about how Fairfax County Police warned the prosecutor, Steve Descano, several times about how dangerous Abdul Jallo was before he allegedly murdered Stephanie Minter.
By the way, the ROTC shooter at Old Dominion, last name Jallo as well. Yeah, same last name.
Jallo is an illegal immigrant. So did Fairfax County Police warn ICE about these same concerns?
Oh, he was here illegally. Should have been taken out.
They didn't, because Fairfax County police sources tell me they can't, because the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors passed a policy in 2021 that bans police officers in Fairfax County from contacting ICE, even in situations like this. Let us know. Do you think the Board of Supervisors should reverse this policy?
No, I think they should all be removed, is what I think. Are you getting about frickin' tired of this crap? Huh? There's my quote of the day. Are you getting about sick, frickin' tired? Be careful, Rob. You're on the air. Are you getting frickin' tired of this crap? Because I'm done. Done. The FBI reveals the Old Dominion shooter, Mohammed Baylor Yallo, naturalized U.S. citizen from Sierra Leone, yelled Allahu Akbar. Kash Patel wrote on X, one person dead, 2 others wounded. The shooter now deceased thanks to a group of brave students who stepped in and beat the crap out of him, beat him to death. Yay, students! Actions that undoubtedly saved lives with a quick response of law enforcement. The FBI now investigating the shooting as an act of terror. Obviously Islamic terror from the religion of pieces. Islam. 2017, the Trump administration asked a federal judge to sentence that terrorist to 20 years in jail. The judge declined, sentenced him to 132 months of incarceration and 5 years of supervised release. Yeah, that's going to do a lot of good. Biden administration released the terrorist years before his sentence was supposed to be up in December of 2024. Y'all about sick of this crap? Because I'm about sick of this crap. Absolutely 100%. Sick of this crap. You want to hear some more crap that I'm kind of sick of? Rob Finnerty last night on Newsmax. Listen to this. This bleep ends. All right? If you see something like this happen, you climb up the flagpole if you can, and you take this flag down. You take this flag down. Listen to this.
So another Islamic flag goes up in another city, this time Newark, New Jersey, at City Hall, and a crowd of people were outside City Hall in America chanting Allah Akbar.
Homeboys, hillbillies, Hebrews. Do you hear what I'm saying here? Homeboys, hillbillies, and Hebrews. This bleep ends. This ends.
This should not be happening in America. No. It's also against the law. The American flag is always supposed to be the top flag on federal flagpoles, no matter where they are. It's hard to believe this is happening in America. And
it stops, and it ends. We've got to end it. We've got to end it. That's all there is to it. Unexcusable or inexcusable. It has got to stop. You will not fly that Islamic flag in our country. I am not sure. I might be able to still climb a flagpole, although I'm scared of heights, so you might have to help me a little bit. I'll have you do it. I'll give you a little boost because I wouldn't be able to make it. But I'm going to tell you, bullcrap. End it. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Not the 250th year of our birth. Not in our country. Not acceptable. There has to be a re-examination of these people who have gotten citizenship in this country and their allegiances and their actions and their social media posts and their protestations, whatever. If you said death to America at a protest, GTFO. You are no longer allowed here. Get out of my country. We have, chances are you know someone who died defending this country on the theater, on a battlefield somewhere. Somebody maybe in your family, for God's sake. Maybe in your ancestry. This will not, cannot stand. Sorry, but I just... Democrat Party is doing everything they can to end the SAVE Act, which relies, or I should, you have to, if you're gonna vote, okay, what do you have to be to vote? You got to be a citizen. Only citizens have the right to vote. If you are not a citizen, you do not have the right to vote. How do you prove you're an American citizen? There's no DNA test for it. There's no blood test for it. You have to provide identification. You have to provide identification. And the Democrat Party knows that they cannot win elections with their bat guano crazy nonsense unless illegals who they've loaded up with largesse with every government benefit to the tune of trillions of dollars in fraud around the country, Somali fraud in Minnesota, vote slavishly Democrat. And what happens with Democrats look the other way when they steal billions and billions and billions of dollars. And now that we're getting a little bit closer, I saw John Thune maybe Sunday bringing the SAVE Act to the floor of the Senate, and the Democrats are freaking out. This is Mark Warner, senator from the state I live in. Not proud of this at all, by the way. Listen to him.
I never thought I'd have to ever say this, but I am seriously concerned about the security and integrity of our elections in 2026. And if we have...
You're afraid you're going to get your rear end handed to you.
A corrupted election, I'm not sure how our country ever comes back.
Yeah, could you imagine what would happen if we had a corrupted election? I mean, that would be crazy.
A water pipe has broken in State Farm Arena. State Farm Arena is where they were counting the absentee ballots of Georgia's most populous county, and now the tabulation has stopped.
It's Allegheny, which is Pittsburgh, but also Beaver, part of our county to county, Butler and Westmoreland. They've all stopped counting for the night. They've gone to bed. They begin
this is 2020.
The process at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Heather. They did have to press pause overnight. They will be back in a few short hours, expected to resume counting around 8:30 this morning.
Fulton County is now going to stop counting at 10:30 p.m.
And oddly enough, the votes came in the next morning, almost 100% for Joe Biden. I mean, in one case, several regions, several districts, 100% votes for Joe Biden.
And will resume their count at tomorrow morning.
They basically stopped counting tonight. They're going to start counting again in a few hours. It's already tomorrow morning, right?
The election workers stopped counting those mail-in ballots at 10.
How often did this happen in history, simultaneously in the battleground states? Never.
10 o'clock. They will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And Nevada says it stopped counting the votes yesterday, election day, but they don't say why. Why did you stop counting them?
Here's where it gets really bizarre. Fulton County, most populous county, it is Atlanta. They just stopped counting at 10:30 p.m. They stopped counting their absentee ballots. They said they'd pick it up in the morning.
But the counting in one of that state's biggest counties has stopped. Mike Armstrong is in Pennsylvania. Mike, we're talking about Allegheny County. That's the area around Pittsburgh. What's happening?
Election workers in Allegheny County are back to work after pausing counting overnight. Butler County had to press pause on counting ballots.
Nevada, meanwhile, has stopped counting votes until 9 a.m. on Thursday.
A water pipe has broken in State Farm Arena.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine if elections were stolen? I mean, that would be crazy, right? Here is J.B. Pritzker, Fatburger. I don't know, J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, talking about how Donald Trump's going to steal the election.
It is clear that he is going to use either ICE and Customs and Border Patrol with their uniforms and their automatic weapons.
Yeah, actually, sure. Yeah, that for sure. Maybe not with the weapons. They might, because they can carry them because, they're officers of the law.
Or he'll try to use National Guard.
Sure, okay.
To protect.
What are you afraid of?
The polling places. And I have no doubt that part of that plan is potentially to claim fraud and to seize ballot boxes in order to count the votes himself. So he knows.
Everything he just said there was absolute crap based on nothing but fear-mongering. That's what Democrats do. Let's take a break and come back. This is The Rob Carson Show. Hey guys, it's Carson from Birch Gold. Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold. Yes. At today's prices, those 33 ounces of gold would be worth about $165,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why you need to consider buying gold from my friends at Birch Gold. For thousands of years, gold has been a store of wealth, and today it's a crucial part of any balanced strategy. Even better, Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered retirement account in gold. Just text my name, Rob, to the number 989898 to receive free information on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. Tens of thousands of happy customers, including me. Let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Rob to 989898. Again, text my name, Rob, to 989898 for Birch Gold. Also,
this is Pastor Dave
Dylan, if you have those two ghost bed ads I've done, I want you to put the long one up today on all social media.
If you can keep it.
Hashtag ghost bed or at ghost bed.
Wilson said, after a period of 6,000 years
Newsmax period.
since the creation, the United States exhibit to the world.
You can put the other one, the shorter one, up later the weekend.
Voluntarily and deciding calmly concerning that system of government which they would wish that they and their posterity should live. Daniel Webster added, miracles do not cluster, and what has happened once in 6,000 years may not happen again. Hold on to the Constitution, for if the American Constitution should fail, there will be anarchy throughout the world. The progressives in America today are out to change all that. Their ultimate goal is to destroy our Constitution and way of life. Ben Franklin offered us the challenge to hold on to it. God is merciful and continues to bless us, but how long will that continue? This is Pastor David Lewis, the Cup Hill Bible Presbyterian Church.
My name is Corporal Bradley Joseph Seitz.
Jerry Reed.
Kate Weber.
These are real veterans facing a real challenge. I have PTSD.
And I have PTSD. I have PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress disorder can happen to anyone.
I was still in a war zone in my mind.
But treatment can turn your life around.
Treatment has really saved my life.
To learn about PTSD and how treatment can help you, call your local VA medical center or visit ptsd.va.gov.
Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take. And when I left the Evanon, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan. Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Do you own a business? Do you want to attract new customers to your business? WCBM can help take your business to new heights with a comprehensive advertising campaign with our station. At WCBM, we can design an effective advertising campaign utilizing radio ads, digital ads, and social media. Your account executive at WCBM is an expert in creating a customized campaign that will deliver results. Visit WCBM.com or call to get started on your advertising campaign today.
Hey, you guys, listen up.
Hi, it's Sean Casey. Last year sold out fast. If you missed it, here's your chance. The second annual WCBM Pints and Politics, Thursday, April 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. at Michael's Cafe in Timonium. I'll be hosting a live, unscripted fireside conversation with a special guest. No script, no spin. Just a straight conversation about what is really happening right now. Sponsored by the Smile Design Center. Tickets are just $25.
Hey guys, it's Carson. I just got a ghost bed. Yeah, no, pay attention here, because I've been sleeping on a foam mattress since I moved to the Washington, D.C. area, which is like sleeping on the sponge in your sink. Ghost Bed doesn't build mattresses like furniture. They build engineered sleep systems. Their beds are serious health equipment. Beds designed for relief and recovery, not looks, not fluff. Your body should be healing while you sleep, not fighting for comfort. I have been sleeping past 7 in the morning on my Ghost Bed. It's unbelievable. If you wake up stiff, you toss and turn, if you sleep hot, even reaching for a pain reliever before bed, hoping tonight will be different, that's not aging. It's your mattress talking. Another great thing I love about Ghost Bed, you get 101 nights to try it at home. If you don't like the difference, you can send it back risk-free. Ghost Bed is offering my audience their lowest prices of the season, plus an extra 10% off. Go to ghostbed.com/Carson. Use promo code Carson. That's ghostbed.com/Carson. Promo code Carson. You are going to love your new Ghost Bed. Every day for 20 years, I devoted myself to making sure my wife and kids were well-dressed and ready to face the world. Meanwhile, Dad over here wore T-shirts and jeans. Now I've discovered Quince. Quince has everyday essentials I love with quality that lasts, like linen bottoms and shorts, Pima cotton, European jersey linen. You're not just paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing, and I look good. Their clothing is rated between 4.5 and 5 stars by thousands of people wearing it every day. Linen shorts are a go-to. They don't wrinkle when they're not cheap. The clothes I wear look expensive but aren't. When I go out in the evening, and I do now, I'm actually turning heads. It's nice to feel good and look good. Quince does that for me at a price I can afford. Right now, go to quince.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last and don't look good. Go to QUINCE.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Newsmax. bugging. Come on.
Mary, I need your hugging.
There you go. That is Mary Walter's theme song. Thank you very much on this Friday, Mary Walter. How are you today?
I'm doing good. It's Friday, and I get to talk to you. I mean, like, does it get better than this?
Well, thank you very much. I guess you got the gift basket I sent you.
You always do send me presents. Thank you so much, and they're always tasty.
Hey, by the way, did you hear the good news? D.C. has lifted the recreational advisory for the Potomac River. The feces apparently has dissipated, although I think there will be a cash crop of corn growing on either side of the river in the spring. That said, Mary, I was thinking about getting a vote, and I'd like to take you water skiing. What do you say?
Well, first, I don't water ski because I don't like. I like to determine where I'm going and how fast I'm going to get there, especially when on a pair of skis. And secondly, I'm going to give it like a year before I, would head back into the Potomac. Not that I would head into the Potomac for swimming anyway.
No.
You know?
I understand. I have water skied. I come from Midwest, and a lot of lakes out there, Lake of the Ozarks, Truman Lake, all these other lakes, Lake Okoboji. You've heard of Lake Okoboji in Iowa. I mean, everybody's heard of Lake Okoboji. My God, it's fantastic. Anyway, riding on a boat is not uncommon. East Smith Mountain Lake here in lovely Virginia. My God, one of the most beautiful places in the world. But I've only been on water skis about 5 times. I just don't like it. I'd rather be towed by a tube in the back there, bouncing around on the water. I don't water ski. I don't like it. So.
Yeah, no, I've snow ski, but I'm not a big fan of water skiing.
You are a snow bunny.
I have been. I tried it.
You are a snow bunny. I don't know what a water version of a snow bunny is. It's like I have no idea. You know what? I'm not going to go there. I got a story I'm going to share with you, but not until after the break. I want to save the personal story until after the break, but it's blockbuster. It's like holy hell, and it involves a superpower that I have. So anyway, women.
Is that bad decorating? Is your superpower bad decorating choice?
You know what? Let me just tell you, the ladies love my new apartment, my bachelor pad with my glorious, lighting and what they do. I mean, they don't want to come over.
Children and your children and your mom don't count. Okay.
Yeah. All right, whatever. My half sister. Oh, it's great. Just entertain him, make him feel good. He's living by himself. He's so sad. He got a divorce. So anyway, oh no, your place is great, Rob. That's really great. Good job. Thanks. Here you go. This is kind of interesting. How many times do you suppose teens check their phone per day on average during school hours?
During school hours, on average, 130.
No, you're close. 64 times on average during school hours is how many times they check their phones. This is why, honestly. And every time a new generation comes along and you become like the older generation and you say these kids nowadays, then they'll say, you're just doing that because you're old. No, the phone is bullcrap in school. You should not be able to have the dang phone in school. We all survived. Oh, God, I'm going to sound old. We all survived without a cell phone in school.
You know what, though? It's not the kids. It's the parents.
Yeah.
The parents flip out. But what if something happens? What if I don't know where my son is?
Yes.
I don't know where what if something happens? Our parents, and again, I sound old, but I also grew up somewhat in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
But there was a payphone in town, but town was like a 3-mile walk. So my mother would make me put a dime in my shoe, and I'm like, what?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is Gen X now. My mom put a dime in my shoe to make a phone call.
Right, just in case, right? And I'm like, but I'm not going into the village. Like, it was literally called the village.
The
right?
village, yeah.
It was the village up,
yeah.
and it was at the gas station. That's where the payphone was. And I was just like, this probably isn't going to help me in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
But in the summer, my mother would be like, get out of the house and don't come back until dinner, right?
Yeah,
and we just knew what good time dinner was because we paid attention to the sun. And as far as my mother knows, we were being fed lunch at other people's houses, and everybody's mother thought that.
Yeah.
We just drank water from the hose and ate like berries and stuff.
We were helping the scary guy push his couch into his van. We were doing all sorts of stuff we probably should have done.
Exactly. But my point is our parents had no clue where we were.
No.
They just assumed that we were smart enough to not get killed.
You know what we used to do, and we were so poor that when I was in Minden for baseball practice, and Neola was a long-distance call, and back then, honestly, this is the 70s, phone bills were expensive. One time we decided to do prank calls, and my mom got a bill for $500. Oh, my God, I thought she was going to kill us. She nearly did. That said, we would call collect from Minden, and Mom would answer the phone, and then the operator would say, "Do you accept the charges?" And I'd go, "I'm ready, Mom." Hang up. Well, the phone company contacted her about that.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time. My mother knew if it was a phone call from me or whomever, collect the charge, she would just say, "No, I declined the charges," and then she knew we were ready to get picked up from wherever we were.
It's fantastic. Oh, my God. Payphone as you put a dime in your shoe to go to the village. Now you put a 20 in your shoe to go to the villages. You know. Because, you got to get some Chardonnay when you're hanging at the villages, playing pickleball, all of that. This is kind of interesting. Outrage as a grade school children are rushed to the ER after a substitute teacher, I guess 59-year-old Felicia Lloyd, gave the kids weed gummies to celebrate the boy's birthday. She literally gave grade school third graders weed gummies as part of the birthday celebration. Several of them got hospitalized. I mean, honestly, what in the hell?
Well, am I the only person who wants to see the the videotape of the questioning of that? Like, why? I want to know what made you, as a grown adult, think that this was a good idea. Like, what was the thought process? That's what I want to hear.
She was already high?
Put that on paper.
She was already high?
Oh, she was?
I think no, that's what I'm saying. The excuse was, she's like, I think I want to see what these kids look like high. That's what happened.
Well, but we don't know that. You're just assuming that, right? Like, we don't know. Or
yes.
do we know
allegedly.
That?
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly, okay.
I'm just saying.
So I want to see what the thought process was. Because I got to get inside. I want to know what makes a lot of these really beyond stupid people function,
yes.
right? Like, don't you? I find it. It's like when I go to the zoo and I watch some of the animals, and I watch them. Like you watch the monkeys, and you can see them try to noodle it out, like trying to figure out how to get the the peanut out of the jar. Right? It's the same process. I want to watch the stupid people. Okay, explain to me exactly what you were thinking.
What I want to know. We should put them in a cage with a glass wall and or one of those those mirrors you can't see through, and just watch them and see what the hell's going on with them.
This could be an exhibit of warnings for children.
This is an interesting story. Women viewed a beloved pizza topping men love if they order it as selfish on a date. What is that topping?
Anchovies.
Meat lovers. Meat lovers. They think it's very selfish for a man to order meat lovers. I don't like meat lovers. Meat lovers is too much meat. Too much meat. But they say that meat lovers, as soon as a man orders a meat lovers and you're at the table, the woman a lot of the time go, "Are you serious? You really going to order a meat lovers?" I mean, what percentage of women like meat lovers? I mean the pizza.
Now, are we talking about that's for the two of them to share, or is this just like his personal pizza?
I guess it's to share. I would assume it's to share. If he orders a meat lovers.
Okay, if it's to share, and you're on a date, would you not ask the other person, "Hey, what do you like?"
Yeah, I'm thinking the pizza is less of an issue than the guy who's ordering the pizza.
Exactly. Right? Like that. It's bingo. That's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I love anchovies. I love an anchovy pizza. But I know that I'm in the minority. Every now and then I get someone who's like, yes, and then we'll split that pizza, my husband, and somebody can get whatever they want. But you ask first, right? Like, what don't you like on your pizza? What do you like? That kind of thing. And you come up with something together.
Yeah, but a lot of the times, if a woman wants to order the pizza, you will go ahead and suffer through the pizza, even because she knows you. Because you know what? Because women, when they ever want something and they're a little bit weird about it, like, I like light cheese, they like this, it's cute. When a man wants it, it's always an annoyance. Oh, you like extra sauce. Oh, that's gross. Really? That's the way it was in my family anyway.
Well, because men pretend it's cute because they want sex later.
Well, that's true.
And women don't care.
It's all about sex and pizza. It's all about getting a piece. So here's the deal. Next.
Women don't have
marinara dipping on the side. I know, it's crap pizza, but the other two I absolutely love. And deep dish Chicago, just the cheese, maybe a little sausage. What about you, Mary? What kind of pizza do you like?
Okay, so I like the cracker crust, typical Jersey thin cracker crust pizza, and I cannot. I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but I am a total pizza snob living where I live.
Yeah.
I cannot eat pizza outside of the state of New York.
Oh, really? Look at you little snot.
If it comes from a chain, I'm so sorry. I just, why waste the calories?
I had kids, and I got to tell you, there's nothing wrong with a Papa John's stuffed crust, marinara dipping on the side. Hell yeah, I love it.
It's like it's like being from Texas or South Carolina and eating barbecue in New Jersey. Okay,
yeah,
why
no,
would
dear
you?
God in heaven. Yeah, happiest cities in the U.S. revealed according to a new study. Wallet Hub, Fremont, California, never been number 1. Bismarck, North Dakota, number 2. Sure, talk to me like in February.
Yeah, but see, people who live there love the cold. Believe it or not,
yeah,
I like the cold too. That doesn't bother me.
Ugh, dear God. Scottsdale, Arizona, South Burlington, Vermont, Fargo, North Dakota, number 5. Overland Park, Kansas, where I moved from. Thank you very much, number 6. Charleston, South Carolina, Irvine, California, Gilbert, Arizona, and San Jose. Those are the top 10. Columbia, Maryland is in there, number 13. Although Maryland, they're just driving into the pits of hell with the stupid governor and the insane asylum that is the state legislature. Seattle's number 15, whatever.
But a lot of these are in very blue states like California and Washington and some very, very blue states. So my question is, first of all, who was surveyed, but also what were the questions that were asked?
I have no
because
idea.
Everybody's definition of happiness is different,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, I'm not happy giving the state of New Jersey $20,000 a year in property taxes, for which I get Zippo in return.
$20,000?
I'm happy because
$20,000?
Yeah. Our governor is a helicopter pilot, so that should wipe all of the concern about your taxes away.
Wow.
And when you sell a house in New Jersey, if it sells for over $1 million, you pay a penalty tax. You pay a tax. The seller pays a tax off of that. It's a certain percentage of what you sell for. And now they're also imposing it on the buyer because they realized, that's more money we can get. And if you have a certain amount of money and you try to leave the state of New Jersey, you have to pay an exit tax.
Oh, dear God, I will never move to New Jersey. Well, obviously.
I know.
But that's it. Here's my story. So last night I'm at this little jazz place that I like to go to. I'll sit at the bar and have a Diet Coke, get some mussels and a little bit of bread, right? And I go in and I notice over here in the corner where I ended up having to sit is a couple, and the mom is sitting there, and on the floor is a 2-year-old sitting on his own little lawn chair right next to this gigantic stroller in the corner of the bar. Mom's sitting here knitting and crocheting a giant blanket she's been working on for a year, and the kid is on the floor in a lawn chair over there. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing here with your kid? So they're talking, they're next to me over here, and taking up this giant corner. I have to get up a couple times so she can take the kid out, and she can take the stroller out and all this. And all of a sudden, my superhero power kicks in that I developed when I was a father of young children, and it is called Pudar. All right, so I could tell when my kid had done it in the diaper from the next county. I mean, it was crazy. They could be upstairs sleeping. I'd say, honey, Will made a poopy. She's like, how did you know this? I said, Pudar. So I'm going, hold on. And I'm looking at the people sitting around me. I'm like, I hope you didn't do this. And then I went, whoa. And I noticed earlier the kid was laying on a blanket on the floor over there in the corner of the bar. They changed the kid's diaper at the bar, under the blanket on the floor, Mary. Who in the hell does that?
Well, you've met the people who do that. Yeah, first of all, your Pudar will come in handy when you go to the home. So that's a plus. Whoever thought they see that's a
you can't smell your own, Mary.
It's kind of seasonal. It's like a seasonal superpower. But I don't think you needed Pudar for that. Like pretty much everyone could figure that one out. So our little bar in town, people bring dogs and kids and stuff like that. But it's just a bar. That's it. It's just a bar. And the kids don't really run around. Like the proprietor's very nice, but he's not going to put up with your kids running around. You can bring the kids in, but they're not going to put up with them running around. And people bring dogs in, and that's fine. It's a neighborhood bar, and everybody knows everybody. But that, to me, was she homeless?
No, they were just a young couple with the kid, brought the kid, had the lawn chair for the kid on the floor, and the stroller for the kid. She's crocheting this giant blanket eating the pasta and whatever, and all of a sudden the kid makes poopy. They change the dang kid's diaper right there in the bar. I'm like, you cannot be kidding.
I just would have turned around. I would have said something like, I would have turned around and would have been like, I'm sorry, but can you do that in the ladies' room, like where they have a changing station? And if they don't, they should. But when you bring your kid out, that's what you have to live with.
Well,
that's a choice you make.
You know what I did? I just pooped my pants just to get back. I'm like, oh, you really? Let me show you how it's done. Actually, I didn't do that.
And ladies,
maybe in 20 years.
He's all yours. There you go. There's your Tinder profile right there.
All right, that's going to do it for the show. Mary, tell everybody where you can hear your podcast, see you on TV, and everything.
All right, so Monday I will be super guest it is on Newsmax from 10 a.m. to noon over there on Newsmax.
Cool.
And then you can catch me on Todd Starnes' show on Newsmax on N2 on Tuesdays on the 5 o'clock hour. My live cast is Tuesdays, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Just look for Mary Walter Radio everywhere.
Mary Walter Radio. All right, have a good one, Mary. I'll talk to you. Have a glorious weekend. God bless. We'll talk soon. Let's take a break and come back. This is the Rob Carson Show. They changed the damn kid's diaper on the floor. I could tell. I could smell it. I'm like, but see, I detected it before anybody detected it because I have poodar. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, Now, kid poo, completely different ball game than adult poo. Adult poo, it's all sorts of weird. But I knew kid poo, and I was like, you have got to be. And my first thought was the kid needs to change the diaper. Then I look over. She's on the floor with a blanket. They're changing the kid's diaper. Was that as bad as I thought it was going to? You know, did you think that was that as bad as you thought it was going to be? The story that I just told. Were you just blown away that happened? I'm sorry. I thought that was remarkable that this could happen. And I wrote the manager of the restaurant today, and I said, I love you guys, but no kiddies in the bar. And no poopy changing diaper in the bar, for God's sakes. Anyway, yeah, it was bizarre. It was just bizarre. Anyway, who's all watching here today? The Rumbly Roos. We've been off a time or two, but we're back. Let me make sure we're still on here. I think we are. Let's see. Okay, I'm assuming we are on. Yeah, Dookie Bear, that is disgusting. Yeah, I know. Disgusting, yes. Yes. Grandma at 59 like Greg Gutfeld, the poo detective. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Tom, LOL, Rob. Bad parents bringing their baby into a bar. Yeah, and I used to say the same thing till I was 11 and Dad would throw me the keys to drive him home drunk. Just kidding. He never did. Anyway, I just said that for bleeps and giggles. Yeah, that was my story from last night. I mean, honestly, what the hell? What the hell? Me as an adult, I go to a bar and, having my Diet Coke, having my mussels, and yuck. Willard Clark, gross, I know. Rob, good stuff. Mickey Hastings, I know, I knew. I thought you'd like the story. That's a violation of the health code. You'd think it would be. Oh, here we go. Yeah, can you believe that story? I mean, unbelievable. Sitting there, and I'm like, what are you doing with your toddler in a lawn chair in the corner and the stroller? They had a whole corner camped out by the window. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what is that? Oh, that smells like somebody made a poopy. And then the next thing I know, I turn over and I knew she was changing the diaper on the floor, covered with the blanket. I'm like, you cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing. I mean, it's bizarre. I include this stuff because, the show's about a little bit of everything. You know what I'm talking about? The show is about a little bit of everything. It's about comedy. It's about personal experience, about all of that. I wanted to share that with you just because I thought it was so just bizarre. Just bizarre, absolutely. You know what? I thought I was going to play some Jim Gossett comedy here because we got a lot of stuff to do before the end of the show. I'm going to wait on it. This is kind of funny. Zoran Mondami is now begging people to not leave New York. Listen, he's saying that middle-class people are leaving because they can't afford to live there anymore. That's true. But he also is not mentioning that people who make money are getting the hell out of New York. Listen, he's already begging people to stay.
Amidst
being in the wealthiest city in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, we already see an exodus of working and middle-class New Yorkers. So
the exodus is happening.
I don't have a hesitation in asking those who make the most amount of money in the city or the most profits in the city to pay a little bit more so that everyone can actually stay in this city. It's also something not just about justice or the ability for working class people to live here. It is also actually about ensuring that corporations can continue to attract the top talent to this city. Because in a city
you can't afford to live there, how the hell are you going to work there?
Where childcare costs more than $20,000 a year, I've heard from corporate leaders about how difficult it is for them to attract individuals who would work at their companies but want to raise a family, because you could be making $300,000 a year and you will feel that $20,000 a year because of the fact that we have allowed for the absence
and all the taxes and all the other fees and nonsense for living there
of affordable childcare to become reality.
I hate to tell you this, the government is the main cause of all of the cost of living in New York City. That's it. All the overregulation, all of the overtaxation, all of the nonsense. If you're making over a couple $100,000 in New York City, you're paying 50, 60% of your income. This is why Rush Limbaugh left. This is why Sean Hannity left New York City. You couldn't pay me enough to live in New York City. No way ever. And certainly not since that jackweed was voted into office. Coming up, one doctor in California, 16,000 patients, billing Medicare $600 million. You think there's some fraud there? Yeah. Thank you, Democrat Party, Gavin Newsom. Let's take a break and come back. This is The Rob Carson Show. Hey guys, it's Carson. I just got a ghost bed. Yeah, no, pay attention here, because I've been sleeping on a foam mattress since I moved to the Washington, D.C. area, which is like sleeping on the sponge in your sink. Ghost Bed doesn't build mattresses like furniture. They build engineered sleep systems. Their beds are serious health equipment. Beds designed for relief and recovery, not looks, not fluff. Your body should be healing while you sleep, not fighting for comfort. I have been sleeping past 7 in the morning on my Ghost Bed. It's unbelievable. If you wake up stiff, you toss and turn, if you sleep hot, even reaching for a pain reliever before bed, hoping tonight will be different, that's not aging. It's your mattress talking. Another great thing I love about Ghost Bed, you get 101 nights to try it at home. If you don't like the difference, you can send it back risk-free. Ghost Bed is offering my audience their lowest prices of the season, plus an extra 10% off. Go to ghostbed.com/Carson. Use promo code Carson. That's ghostbed.com/Carson. Promo code Carson. You are going to love your new Ghost Bed.
it now.
You are about to hear the most interesting, informative, thought-provoking, and funny show in America. On air and on the World Wide Web. This is the Rob Carson Show.
And by the grace of God, it is finally Friday. I hope that you had a good week. I'll just be honest. I've had it has not been the best week. It has been a real, it's been a real bear. I have those weeks, and I do believe that. And listen, I got nothing to complain about. I'm not on the field of battle. I'm, not starving, all of this. But there are times, it gets a little stressful. I'll just tell you, it gets a little stressful. And, everything ends up working out, just kind of working out, got to work it out. Anyway, a lot of things this hour on the show. Pardon me. And then also, I'll also mention my TV show is called Rob Carson's What in the World, and it's on this weekend. They're going to be running it twice this weekend, okay? So it's called Rob Carson's What in the World. It's a political satire show. It's the only political comedy show on Newsmax, and it's going to be on Saturday at 3 p.m., all right? Saturday at 3 p.m., and then the Sunday at 8:30 p.m. after Dr. Michael Savage. And one of the reasons why they run it after Michael Savage is because he loves the show. He really loves my TV show. He likes my commentary, and he likes my comedy. So, and then, of course, Donald Trump thinks I'm the funniest guy on TV. I think he still does. Haven't talked to him in a year or two, but I think he still does love the show. So there you go. There you go. I think we need to talk a little about Operation Epic Fury. General Jack Keane, I believe, was on Fox talking about how we are uniting the world. Now, the Democrat Party is still trying to whiz on our troops, made it look like Donald Trump is failing. He's not. We're absolutely kicking butt. We are kicking Iranian butt. The new Ayatollah is in a coma, and he's missing a leg, for God's sake. That cardboard cutout the other day, that's actually him. He's flat as a pancake. He got hit by a bomb or something. That is actually him. It was not a cardboard cutout. That is the Ayatollah. Just like, when Roadrunner, drops the boulder on Wile E. Coyote, and they peel up the boulder, and he's laying there, boing, boing, and he stands up, and he's flat. That's what happened. It's the same thing. So here is General Jack Keane.
Their means to do that is, one, inflict casualties on the United States and create opposition to the war by doing that. That has not happened. The casualties are light. Not that we take lightly the 7 losses that we have taken, and now 4 more crew members killed in a crash. Certainly we honor all of those service people who have given their lives here for this cause. But the reality is the casualties are light. Secondly, what they're trying to do by attacking the Gulf states is, again, put pressure on the United States from the Gulf states to terminate this war prematurely so they can survive. Yeah. That has failed. The Gulf states, remarkably, are united around this cause. And look at the vote in the UN, the resolution. They all voted for it, as did 120 plus other countries in addition to that, in opposing what Iran stands for and what they're doing. And then the third thing is the one that has really captured the media, and that is the Straits of Hormuz. And they want that focus on the Straits of Hormuz to put max pressure on the United States, so that becomes the pacing item for the war, not the achieving of our military objectives. You got to stop this because we got to get the flow of oil going out of the Straits of Hormuz again, end it as soon as we possibly.
And you know what? It doesn't help. The Democrat Party is the day of, right after we killed the Ayatollah. You had people like Chris Murphy saying the war was a disaster. The war, whatever you want to call it. That's how sickening it is. The Democrat Party, remember, when there was a mass shooting in a school, they would at least wait a day or two before they started screaming about gun control. And it used to be that we supported our troops when they went off to battle, when they were involved in the conflict, celebrated them when they kicked butt. Now the Democrat Party, the day of the first day of the mission, they start saying it's failure. I swear to God, you people. I swear to God, there's no helping you. You must be eliminated. You must be driven into the dustbin of history. I'm talking about figuratively, all of their influence taken away because you, Democrat Party, are so pathetic. Now, I'm not talking about the people who belong to the Democrat Party. You better get your stuff together because right now, and I mentioned this yesterday, your party, all right? My party, for instance, okay, 97% of us believe in voter ID, want the SAVE Act passed. 97% of the people in the Senate want it, and 3% don't. And they just happen to be Lisa Murkowski and a couple other rhinos, right? Democrat Party, 70% of you want voter ID. nobody in your party on Capitol Hill wants to vote for voter ID. That means 70% of you, they're giving the middle finger to. And the same goes with these 80-20 issues, 90-20 issues, men competing in women's sports. 90% of you say no, 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 but everyone on Capitol Hill, they're down. That's how screwed your party is, Democrats. And if I were you, I'd be wanting to bring my party back to common sense. But, you know, you do you. You do you. Your party takes your votes for granted, and they win elections with illegals. They expect your votes, and then they win election with illegals. That's just the way it is. A little bit more from Jack Keane on our primary focus.
What is our primary focus? Complete our military objectives. Take their military equipment, all their capability away from them that exists now and in the future in terms of manufacturing companies. Destroy as many of the organizations that sustain this regime as possible. Yep. So this regime has no capability and is fundamentally crippled when we end hostilities against them.
100%. And Israel's doing a great job, too, by the way. I'll mention that. Scott Jennings is kind of funny because Democrats are all butthurt about a couple things. First of all, they never give a rat's behind about the troops when they died at Abbey Gate. Didn't give a dang about troops dying in battle for decades of the conflict in Afghanistan and Iraq. Didn't care at all. But, you know, all of a sudden, when Donald Trump is waging a highly successful military campaign, they're very concerned about it. You know what else they're very concerned about? You've got billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars in Democrat states across the country, stealing money, massive fraud. You've got $1.5 trillion for green energy nonsense that's resulted in nothing at all. Just wasted, given away, blown, handed out to cronies, et cetera, et cetera. Suddenly, they're very concerned about $1 billion a day for a successful military campaign. I want you to listen to Scott Jennings and these idiots.
That is Donald Trump. That's what some people voted for because they wanted him to spend money here instead of $11 billion dropping bombs elsewhere in the world.
I mean, I'm sorry, Abby, but we've spent more money in this country on Somali fraud in Minnesota than we've spent on this war so far.
Okay, now wait till I hear these idiots explode. This is fantastic.
Keep throwing around $11 billion.
Oh my God.
$19 billion.
It's not $19 billion.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of money.
By no estimates is it
You seem to be worried about this $11 billion, but not TBD billions in Minnesota.
It's not $19 billion. And $11 billion is a lot of money, and it's a lot of money that could have saved millions of children around the world.
Yeah, it could have gone to feed the kids the charity in Minnesota that didn't feed any children at all.
And fund hunger programs here in the United States. It could fund health care. I mean, it could do a lot of things.
Healthcare is fixed with Obamacare.
What is the percentage of our national budget?
$11
billion could fund the entire CDC budget. That's $9.6 billion.
Oh, my God, you guys are so pathetic. It's just unbelievable. Then there's this. Hundreds of millions of dollars in California, taxpayer money, healthcare fraud. Busted Nick Shirley found the story, I guess, and then Fox went after it. I want you to listen to this. One doctor, and of course, I mean, this is alleged because, you know, this could be a billing mistake.
I'm looking for Dr. Faustina. This is his address of record with the medical board.
He doesn't work here.
He doesn't work here. He is your medical director, however. Isn't that correct? He's not. No. Since when?
I don't know.
In December, New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney asked the Trump administration to investigate healthcare fraud in L.A.
The money's being sucked out of the system by these fraudsters.
Specifically, she asked how a single physician living out of state helped providers bill taxpayers for $600 million. Somehow, you are responsible for 29,000 patients. And here's the billing information. That physician, 87-year-old Gilbert Faustina. These home health care agencies, but they're using your number.
I don't know them.
Well, Faustina lives in Las Vegas, but we met him at this apartment in Los Angeles.
I'm not seeing anybody now. Last month, I saw about 10 or 15 charts when I would visit, but that's one day a week.
Yet records suggest he filed 76,000 claims.
I don't do the billing. I've never billed Medicare for any of these patients.
How many charts and so forth can you go through to
I want to see his house.
Prove their care?
15 or 20.
But these documents suggest that you're seeing thousands of...
Well, the document is wrong.
Federal documents show 335 providers billed Medicare $600 million over 5 years using Faustina's physician number. Yet he claims only to have contracted with 3 companies in this building.
At this address, I have millions of dollars of health care provided at this location at both Highlight and Aries. And on call, there's more than 900 patients, and $17 million has been billed out of this location.
It certainly sounds unseemly to me.
Dr. Ira Byock is a national expert.
They're all only serving a few patients, which keeps them at a level under the radar. This isn't a mistake. This is a strategy.
Records also link Faustina to 18 hospice providers.
Wow. I am not associated with any hospice.
And 3,000 claims.
I'm not associated with the claim at all.
I don't know what's happening
I've never
here.
seen the claim.
No idea. So what's going on?
Hospice in Suite 204.
We visited several hospices billing under Faustina's Medicare number. Many look more like mail drops than medical offices.
Yeah. My name's William Lajeunesse, and I'm with Fox News.
We also spoke to one company that provides doctors and nurses to home health care agencies.
He used to be employed with...
This is unbelievable. I told you that we had a government that was as corrupt as the Soviet Union. I said it a few years ago, but with $7 trillion to steal. And I had no idea. I mean, right? Did you have any idea of this? Do you now understand why Democrats went after Elon Musk when he came up with Doge? Do you understand why all those inorganic, bought and paid for protests happens and Elon Musk was called a Nazi? Do you freaking understand? Do you understand whenever they make the most noise, it's when they're trying to cover something up? Do you understand that finally? And once they got Elon Musk out, then all of a sudden he's not a Nazi anymore. I swear to God, there's going to have to be some people going to jail, and it's going to start happening soon. You and I have been screwed without getting a bottle of wine or a dinner for years. And they've been using your money, our treasury, and they've been looting it. They've been looting it for their cronies who live in fabulous houses, fabulous vacation homes, private jets, while you bust your ass doing a couple of jobs until your retirement, and then you get a pittance. And then you got to argue with Medicaid, which, by the way, apparently has no problem billing billions and billions of dollars to fraudulent caregivers like that. I mean, I swear to God, we have got to do a baptism by fire of this deep state if we're going to survive another 250 years. Let's take a break and come back. This is the Rob Carson Show. Hey guys, it's Carson. I just got a ghost bed Yeah, no, pay attention here, because I've been sleeping on a foam mattress since I moved to the Washington, D.C. area, which is like sleeping on the sponge in your sink. Ghost Bed doesn't build mattresses like furniture. They build engineered sleep systems. Their beds are serious health equipment. Beds designed for relief and recovery, not looks, not fluff. Your body should be healing while you sleep, not fighting for comfort. I have been sleeping past 7 in the morning on my Ghost Bed. It's unbelievable. If you wake up stiff, you toss and turn, if you sleep hot, even reaching for a pain reliever before bed, hoping tonight will be different, that's not aging. It's your mattress talking. Another great thing I love about Ghost Bed, you get 101 nights to try it at home. If you don't like the difference, you can send it back risk-free. Ghost Bed is offering my audience their lowest prices of the season, plus an extra 10% off. Go to ghostbed.com/Carson. Use promo code Carson. That's ghostbed.com/Carson. Promo code Carson. You are going to love your new Ghost Bed.
One thing I would like to see updated is the word homeless to the word unhoused.
How about new?
They are doing that, changing the words a little bit. You know, I thought this was all over a couple years ago. You know, changing pro abortion into pro-choice and all that, and then it got kind of weird after that. Now instead of killing somebody like the ROTC students did, that terrorist in Virginia, they made him no longer alive. I don't know why. What the hell is that about? Made him no longer alive or unlived him? You know, how about they just killed him? How about that? You guys ready to lose some IQ points? You know, when I'm thinking about the war, epic fury, I look for Whoopi Goldberg's analysis. I mean, analysis. I'm sorry, I switched there. I accidentally called it analysis. Her analysis is what I was thinking of.
So given the messaging, does anyone know what they're doing?
That's where she pulls her opinions out of.
Is anything, do we know anything other than we are bombing Iran? What's happening with all the other countries that we're in? Has anybody explained why we were dropping bombs in the sea because we were looking for drugs? I mean, what is happening? Okay.
What did you just say?
Okay. Nobody knows.
What was your point?
We don't know. I don't think that. I think the reason that there's so much confusion is because we're getting a lot of mixed messages from this administration, and we're getting a lot of misinformation from this administration.
No, we're not. I think we need our new View theme song, because this perfectly exemplifies what they are. The View theme song. Okay, it doesn't want to play. Hold on. All right, it's going to be weird on me. So you know what I'm going to do instead of that? I'm going to play a brand new song from Jim Gossett about the Iranian Navy, which is now mostly underwater. How about that? Yeah, brand new from Jim Gossett. Rob Carson Show.
Under the sea, it isn't better down where it's wetter, take it from me.
club.
Our Navy has gone down to defeat. They've taken down most of our fleet. Nowhere to hide. Our ships reside under the sea.
Under the sea.
One by one, our ships are sinking. U.S. forces have won the day. It's enough to make me start drinking as a torpedo heads my way. Our Navy faces complete destruction. Soon we'll have no ships in the sea. Hormuz has become one big graveyard. Trump can declare sweet victory. He can. Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
How we abhor the ocean floor. It's not for me. Iran has fought this war in vain. Here comes a U.S. Air Force plane. If you're on our ship, you'll take a trip under the sea.
There you go. This is brand new from Jim Gossett, by the way. This is the theme song from The View.
Pick a little, talk a lot. Pick a little, talk a little. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little. Pick a little, talk a little. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little. Pick a little, talk a little. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little. Pick a little, talk. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little. Pick a little, talk a little. Cheep, 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 cheep.
Yeah, this is kind of what it sounds like.
The other countries that we're in, has anybody explained why we were dropping bombs in the sea because we were looking for drugs? I mean, what is happening?
Here they come.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think that. I think the.
I'm not done, fair Lord. I was talking to, who was I talking to yesterday? I said, if I were a woman, and I would be, well, first of all, I'd have very big hands and very big feet. So it wouldn't be the most, usually don't find a woman with a 54 cup brassiere. That said, but I would be embarrassed by The View. And because they don't speak for all women, but at the same time, they are women. And as a woman, I'd be like, dear God, look what you're doing. You're setting us back so bloody far. Oh, speaking of the Iranian Navy, here is Scott Bessent, one of my favorite superheroes of the cabinet, our Treasury Secretary, talking about U.S. ships escorting ships through the Straits of Hormuz. We're going to do it.
The chance that U.S. Navy or perhaps an international coalition will be escorting oil tankers through. There are, in fact, tankers coming through now. Iranian tankers, I believe some Chinese flag tankers have come through. So we know that they have not mined the straits.
And was that what you were just discussing in the Situation Room?
We were discussing a plethora of things.
And is it your belief that the volume of ships going through the Strait of Hormuz will be improving immediately from now?
It is my belief that as soon as it is militarily possible, the U.S. Navy, and perhaps with an international coalition, will be escorting vessels through.
There you go. But of course, the Democrat Party will be whining about it all the way home, by the way. Randy Fine had a brilliant takedown of MTG being one of these people who have been mouthing off about the military effort, even though it's freed the Iranian people and killed the Ayatollah, 47 years of terror against the entire world. It's an absolute good. There's no doubt about it whatsoever.
Well, I would say if Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted us to take her seriously, she shouldn't have quit her seat in Congress.
Oh.
She chose to walk away and not fill her commitment that she made to the people who elected her. So I think her opinion really doesn't matter.
No, it
I think
doesn't.
on the substance, she's wrong. I mean, when a country yells for 47 years, death to America, when they've killed over 1,000 of your citizens,
Minimum.
and they're trying to build nuclear weapons to nuke you, which is what Iran was trying to do, you should take them seriously. Apparently, Marjorie Taylor Greene needs us to be nuked before she'll take it seriously. Fortunately, she's not in charge. Donald Trump is, and he's taking the threat seriously.
Isn't it wild, the precipitous downfall of some people like MTG, like Tucker Carlson, like Candace Owens. It looks like Megyn Kelly kind of leaning into it a little bit. I don't know, kind of leaning into. I haven't completely given up on Megyn Kelly, but Tucker Carlson. I mean, what? Are you back on the sauce? What, you got that nicotine patch you have in your mouth? Is that making your brain rot? I have no idea. Candace Owens. I don't know what you're just. Start adopting cats. My God. Oh, crazy cat lady of the day coming up. Oh, this is a good one. Don't go anywhere. Every day for 20 years, I devoted myself to making sure my wife and kids were well-dressed and ready to face the world. Meanwhile, Dad over here wore T-shirts and jeans. Now I've discovered Quince. Quince has everyday essentials I love with quality that lasts, like linen bottoms and shorts, Pima cotton, European jersey linen. You're not just paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing, and I look good. Their clothing is rated between 4.5 and 5 stars by thousands of people wearing it every day. Linen shorts are a go-to. They don't wrinkle when they're not cheap. The clothes I wear look expensive but aren't. When I go out in the evening, and I do now, I'm actually turning heads. It's nice to feel good and look good. Quince does that for me at a price I can afford. Right now, go to quince.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last and don't look good. Go to QUINCE.com/Newsmax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Newsmax. Hey guys, it's Carson. I just got a ghost bed. Yeah, no, pay attention here, because I've been sleeping on a foam mattress since I moved to the Washington, D.C. area, which is like sleeping on the sponge in your sink. Ghost Bed doesn't build mattresses like furniture. They build engineered sleep systems. Their beds are serious health equipment. Beds designed for relief and recovery, not looks, not fluff. Your body should be healing while you sleep, not fighting for comfort. I have been sleeping past 7 in the morning on my Ghost Bed. It's unbelievable. If you wake up stiff, you toss and turn, if you sleep hot, even reaching for a pain reliever before bed, hoping tonight will be different, that's not aging. It's your mattress talking. Another great thing I love about Ghost Bed, you get 101 nights to try it at home. If you don't like the difference, you can send it back risk-free. Ghost Bed is offering my audience their lowest prices of the season, plus an extra 10% off. Go to ghostbed.com/Carson. Use promo code Carson. That's ghostbed.com/Carson. Promo code Carson. You are going to love your new Ghost Bed. I know you enjoy looking at me. And words are not fine that, some of the things I say can be pretty intelligent at times and also slightly entertaining. So hopefully that restart of the stream actually helped things. We're going to be moving to a new studio here very soon, by the way, you guys, because of all the issues in this building that I have been living in. Not living in, but doing the studio broadcast in. And then also this web service called Xfinity, which might as well be called Crapfinity. Yeah, Xfinity from Comcast. Crapfinity. It's like, honestly, it's like the founding fathers, it was their internet. Even the internet didn't exist. It was faster than Crapfinity. I'm just going to tell you right now. It is just awful. Let's take a break and come back, shall we? This is the Rob Carson Show.
I'll start, as we often do here at the Department of War, with the bottom line up front. For the world to hear, and the press to actually admit, that the United States is decimating the radical Iranian regime's military in a way the world has never seen before.
Responsible for American forces in the Middle East for an element of an amphibious ready group, an attached Marine expeditionary unit, typically consisting of several warships and 5,000 Marines, the official said.
All right, we will see what happens. But it's going to, we're just going to have to pound them to powder. We're just going to have to pound them to dust. That's all there is to it, guys. We've got to pound them to dust. That's all there is to it, guys. We've got to rid the planet of the people in charge of Iran. That's all there is to it, guys. God bless and Godspeed to our soldiers and our sailors and our airmen in harm's way. Price of gold is kind of stalling a little bit. Price of gold is kind of stalling a little bit. tempting you, teasing you. It's $5,042. That's up like $600 from about a month ago and down from $5,600 in January. All right, so it's been kind of volatile. It's been kind of volatile, kind of like the waves and the Straits of Hormuz. Right now, so gold is giving you an opportunity to buy right now. They were already talking about $5,600 gold by the end of the year, or $6,000 gold by the end of the year. It wouldn't surprise me, not one little bit. But I'm going to tell you, as long as gold is giving you a break, you might as well get in on it, and you might as well text my name, Rob, to 989898 for Birch Gold. Birch Gold is just amazing. I just got a wonderful little card from my broker. Just amazing. I just got a wonderful little card from my broker at Birch Gold, a little handwritten card in my mailbox. I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is this? And it says, "Thank you, Rob, for your business. We appreciate you so much. So much." And I appreciate them so much because they're a company that I trust. So I'm very comfortable with my money. Give them what they're going to regret. Let's give them what they're going to regret. Let's give them what they will not be able to fight back against because they have no effective and reasonable argument against the SAVE Act. There you go. That's what we got to do. That is argument against the SAVE Act. There you go. That's what we got to do. That is what lady of the day. Lady of the day.